Hi, this is Mariah. I'm not going to show my face because I look terrible in selfies. But anyway, I'm just telling you about my books. They do exist. This is Eden Symbiotic. This is all based on my childhood daydreams. I was growing up. It matured over time, and I was bored one evening and decided that I would start writing. It took me several tries and 22 years, but I eventually got it down. And this is the final cover art. The original one was from CreateSpace. It looked like a school textbook. And this is before I even had a graphics program or Scribus, so you can see how tiny the writing is compared to my hand. You know, it was alright, but anyway, eventually I got this. I got my graphics program. I designed my own cover art so it looks less like a school book, textbook, and you can see here. I'm just holding this still so you can read this. Just be sure to hit the pause button if you want to care. I'm not very good at synopsis, but anyway, I did some of my own decorations too. There's there's only like one illustration per book, like this. This one actually is a tracing of my handprint. Because CreateSpace doesn't like blank spaces, I used it to decoratively fill in those spaces, as you can see here. And then later on, I decided I was inspired by some really bad art I didn't like. And this is kind of a plain cover, I know. But CreateSpace had limited what I could do. So with that in mind, I went ahead and just did this really simple cover. And holding right there, so you can just hit the pause button. Same thing with this format. I had Scribus, and there's the decorative thing. This one is just one of my abstract designs I just picked randomly, because it was black and white, and CreateSpace does better with black and white lines and prints than anything else. Anyway, this one is based on the concept of you taking one stinker of a plot element and see if I could turn a good story into a good story. It was a personal writing challenge of mine. And this is just designs, which is literal. All it is a bunch of designs, which you can take down to a designer or just put on the copy machine and make your own, just use them for whatever. I don't sell too many of these. I hardly sell anything, actually, but I don't blame people for not buying this one too much. The print qualities could have been better. I don't know why I got into abstracts. I used to hate them. And then one time I just started as a frustrated doodle. And one caught my eye, and then one thing led to another. This is where I learned that CreateSpace does plain black and white better than do color. And I'm not really upset about having not selling too many of these, but it is nice. There's the description right there. And that's the most exciting thing. Really, the only reason I leave it out there for available for sale is because I took the time to actually put it together. And then I also designed this cover art, front and back, to the sides. Kind of got it looks a lot sharper on my screen than it does on this way they print it out, but that's like CreateSpace does. They're no longer available on CreateSpace, though, since CreateSpace has merged with Amazon, so they're all available on Amazon, and I'll leave you links. Interestingly enough, if you don't mind my speaking voice or the way I read, this book is available on YouTube as an audiobook. I have a slight coughing problem, so I'm holding off on doing anything else as far as recordings. Otherwise, I'll be doing this too as an audio. Though the first chapter is available there. I'll leave links. Anyway, that's it. And hopefully you'll check them out. Thanks. Oh, and by the way, if you one thing you need to do, any of these books, put in the name of the title, the title and the author. If you don't, they're just not going to show up. Apparently the word Eden is a really popular thing for titles. So is Unexpected Cargo. It's not as unique as I would think. I thought you saw it. And so anything with designs in it, it's going to be buried. This thing is going to be buried so much you're not going to even find it until you just type in the name and title. So, this book does function exactly as it says. If you want tattoos, floor patterns, whatever. And here, see this ribbon? I actually used it up here. That's how it works. Anyway. Thanks, and hopefully you understand what we need to explain these things to you. I feel it would help a lot. Anyway, thanks. Bye.